Say when. Well, hi everybody. We are back in action here for our 5:30 round. We're back on the men's division winners side, 10 ball, 22nd U.S. Bar Table Championships, live from the Grand Sierra Resort in Reno. This is Ken for CSI, and we got Scott the Freezer and Josh Roberts. Should be a real exciting, fun match. So fasten your seatbelts and get ready for the ride. I'd like to also mention our signature sponsors once again for helping make this great event possible. OB, the official cue of the U.S. Bar Table Championship, and Kamui, the official tip of the USBTC, and of course CSI, our three signature sponsors, along with our associates, Simonis, the Magic Ball Rack, Diamond, and of course Cyclop pool balls. You can see the Cyclop logo just to the right there, from right of Josh as you're looking at the screen. Cyclop cue ball. 860 Tour Blue on the tables. 4.5-inch Pro Cut pockets. And we are ready to go here with rack number 1. Josh Roberts to break. Race to 7. Here we go. Thanks for being with us, everybody. We will have 2 more matches for you tonight. Players to be determined. Pretty good looking open and spread here. He's looking at the 9 ball. I can get it. I can get it, Scotty. Okay. Well, the 9 will not pass the 10 in the corner. So whether or not it'll go in the side, it's still a little bit hard to tell. The 6 is laying pretty good to bump them open if he wanted to do that, and the 8's out in space. But either way, he's going to have to play some pretty good cue ball here to complete this out. Maybe it passes in the other corner. It must, or he wouldn't have gone there. He's playing the carom. Good shot. 1-0. Freezer to break. Might have actually hit those a little too powerful, because the second row balls went right past the sides. Might need to adjust the speed just a little bit next time. I was kind of surprised Josh went for that, but nevertheless, Scott's got a lot of traffic he's got to get around to get down for that deuce. He's got to thread 3 needles here. He missed the 10 first, and then missed the 4, and he did it. Nice shot. Needs a big bounce. Three goes in both of the corner pockets up here behind the 10. I'm pretty sure one of those will be his choice. Well, now he's looking past there, and that's pretty tight. Just bounce off the rail, 4 inches here. Well, came a little far. Does it go inside? I don't think it does. No, he's playing in the corner. Oh. Real nice professional out there by the freezer. Never ran into another ball. Excellent cue ball control, and it's 1-1. If you've just joined us or weren't with us earlier, I want to let everybody know once again that we're playing call ball and pocket 10 ball. Everything's being played under BCA Pool League rules here, which is a subsidiary of CSI, as most of you do know. The 10 doesn't count on the break in any pocket. They have to rack the 1, 2, 3 in the corners. Legal break is hit the 1 first and either make a ball or 4 object balls to the cushions. If you don't do that, it's a foul. Push out allowed after the break. 3 foul rule is in effect. You don't have to call anything unless it's a bank or a combination or not otherwise obvious, just like 8 ball. And then there is one other provision, and I'll explain that right after Josh breaks here. Okay, and the last provision of the 10 ball rules is the incoming player option after an illegally pocketed ball. And an illegally pocketed ball is either the ball you're shooting at goes in other than the intended pocket, or you miss the ball you're shooting at and something else goes in. In both of those situations, the opponent has the choice to make you shoot again or accept the table in position. And it's cue ball fouls only, by the way. And that's about the worst spot that Josh could get in, because he cannot get back here for the 3. He's going to have enough trouble just making this if he's even going to try to make it. He's just going to take what it'll give him. I mean, he's got a slice on this if he wants to attempt it. Might not be bad to shoot this. But the kiss off the 8 did him in. If it missed the 8, he had him dead hooked. He still got him mostly hooked. Scott cannot make it in the side, as you can see from this camera shot, at least without not jumping over part of the 10. And that's the first thing he's going to do, probably, is have a look at the jump and go get his shorty. Pretty soon jump cues will look like pencils. They do now anyway. shot. Deserved a little, maybe better fate than that, but nevertheless, he's still at the table. And control is so important. I just don't think he's got enough of that pocket to take this on. I mean, it'll go, but he'd have to basically graze the paint on the 7. Maybe he's back cutting it. Yeah, he's going to back cut it. Oh, how'd he hit it? Nicely done for a 2-1 lead in the break. Got 105 men battling it out for the 10-ball title here, and around 30, I think, for the ladies. It was nice to be able to show you a ladies match there in the 4 o'clock round. And we want to remind you again, too, that Kamui is the official tip of the U.S. Bar Table Championships, and OB is the official cue. And again, our sincere thanks to everybody at those great organizations for their loyalty and support of CSI over the years. See, he took a little off that break, and then he did make the second ball in the side. So he definitely adjusted. Got to look at the 1. Not sure if he can avoid the 4. The 2 goes, but can he miss the 4 and not have it mess anything up? If you do that, you sure can. Nice shot. To probably settle for the long shot here on the 3. Just couldn't afford to get hooked. Now he needs a stroke. He's got one, but he needs to bring it out right now. 3 rails short. You know, even if it didn't hit the 9, I'm not sure it would have had enough to get off the 3rd rail. But he had to play what the table would give him up to the 3 ball. Well, he got away with it temporarily. And it's Josh's turn for a jump cue. Josh actually hit that pretty darn good. It just happened to be in the air when it made contact with the 5 on top, and that's what sent it off. But he put a pretty good pop on it. Scott's nice and loose. You can tell Josh is loose too. I mean, he just always plays that way. Sometimes Scotty comes out with just a little bit of nervousness, but he seems just really relaxed. He's got a nice rhythm, nice pace. Yeah, it's Josh's break. Yeah. Rack 5. So 3-1 for the Freezer in a race to 7. And if you'd like to track the Freezer or Josh or any other player, male or female's progress throughout the event, you can easily do so by going online to ctsondemand.com, or you can also do it on badboysbp.com. That's our tournament direction staff and company. Rick and Bonnie Jones, Ken Jones, Bad Boys Billiard Productions. So that's all one word, badboysbp.com. And they got a lot of other goodies on their website that you can take a look at as well. So Josh Roberts breaking here in rack 5. Dry for the second time for Josh. Pretty sure Scott's going to play the billiard here on the 5. I think the 1's out far enough to do that. And control the 1 as well. Got to be just a little, take some care on the angle on the 3 here, that's all. Might have to punch it right through the 8-10. No, he didn't have to. He could go around that way, which is even better. That gives him the angle that he wants on the 4 to the 7. Yeah, looks like 3 rails to me, unless he wants to try to just bring it back to the center of the table where it is now. Was the way to go. And that is perfect. Just like that, Mr. Freezer crosses midfield. He's just a little beyond halfway to 7 here with a 4-1 lead and the break. Everything's alternate break here. All divisions, all CSI tournaments played under BCA Pool League rules are alternate break. Just an interesting footnote, trivia-wise, rule-wise, if you want to add to your knowledge. the player that wins the lag has actually the choice of who breaks first. It's not whoever wins the lag breaks. You see it in straight pool. Guy wins the lag in straight pool, he never breaks. But that applies to all games under any sets of rules. The player winning the lag decides who breaks first. And if, for example, Scott won the lag and told Josh to break first, Josh can't refuse. He has to break because the winner of the lag decides. So we'll put that away and move on here in rack number 6. Josh with a nice opportunity here. The 8 looks like it's a problem ball, but I think the 4 will be played off the 8 in the side, especially with the 5 sitting where it is. That will make the 8 no longer an impossible ball. But it may be Scott that winds up doing that. I think Josh is he's just maybe rushed a little bit there. He's the caliber of a player that rarely would miss an open ball like that and miss it that badly. But like I said, the 8's in about the worst place on a pool table a ball can be, on the rail, right against the side. And I'm sure he will utilize the 4 to alleviate that problem. Came a little far. He's still going to do it, but the cue ball's headed away from the 5 rather than towards the 5. Excuse me, and he needs to probably now go to the left side long rail as you're looking to shoot the 5. Straight draw here. Oh no, he could hold it. Well, that's what I thought he would do, but just his body language seemed to indicate he couldn't do it. Scotty's making Josh pay for his mistakes, as it's supposed to be that way at this level. So Scott's only 2 racks from the match, and Josh is barely out of the gate. That was a pretty sporty group of players that just flashed up on the screen. How'd you like to have that for your team? They were either in the Hall of Fame or they're going. And speaking of which, I do want to take a quick second here and offer a congratulations to our good friend and great player, Darren Appleton. He just won the Chinese World 8-ball. And that was just a monster field with really tough conditions, and you can sure read more about that on the various internet sites. But congratulations, Dynamite Darren, on another world title, and he's now in Manila trying to become the only man to win 2 World 10-ball titles, having won the first one back in '08. And there's a nice little post up on the front page of AZ about that Ted Lerner wrote. How'd you like to play in the World 10-ball event in the Philippines with a 128-player field and 43 of them are Filipinos? And Efren's not there, and sorry to say that the reason Efren is not playing in the event is there was a death in his family. I don't have any details about you know, what family member it might have been, but obviously our thoughts and prayers, sympathies go out to the Reyes family on their loss. Well, this time the 8 looks like it has room to go in the side. Should be pretty academic from here, especially the way this guy's playing. I don't think he's missed the ball yet. That better hit it full in the face. This for the hill. We won't baby this. You could see a good firm stroke there, a little better than pocket speed. That's a shot that can skid on you. He knows that, and he just took that completely out of the equation. So on the hill for Scott and breaking. I don't think Scott's missed the ball. Okay, on the hill, he didn't flip his score. It is 6-1, so we will remind Scott to change the scoreboard. Put the score up. What do you want? We can do the sheet at the end of the match. Okay. But flip your score beat. I will. Okay. I don't know. He's been in and out. They're switching off and taking turns. He's been here most of the time. Do you feel it? It's worse over here. Yeah. Well, figures if you're Josh, you're losing 6-1. The guy finally breaks dry and he leaves you this. But that's pool. Well, that didn't accomplish much. I think I would have tried to get a little bit more out of a push out than that, but you know, he's probably being realistic about it. And that was pretty good there. I think he's called the 5-ball. I think that's what he told Scotty. Oh. That was a hell of a shot. Great shot there by Josh. No reward. I think he can get through the gap. I know he can get through the gap. I'm pretty sure from his body language. I believe we're going to have 2 more matches for you tonight before we sign off. We're going to have one at 7 and another one at 8:30. At least as far as the stream is concerned. There may be a 10 o'clock round, but as far as our live streaming, 2 more, 7 and 8:30. And then we'll call it a night. Don't know the players yet for either of those matches. And then we'll be back with you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific time. The 1 o'clock start today was because that's when the tournament began. But now for the rest of the week, we will be starting at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern time. So 6-2 now for Josh. I mean for Scott, with Josh breaking. Drew it straight in the corner. Made the second ball on the side. Cue ball straight into the corner pocket. Made 2 balls. This is pretty much the game here is the proper angle on the 2 to get down there for the 3 and the 4. After that, it's almost a tap out. Is it going under the 10, 2 rails? Yep, that's the way to play it. All right, good job there by the Freezer with a 7-2 victory. And we got about 45 or so minutes till the next round.